4 itchy spots on the body that may reveal serious health problems and shorten lifespan. After 60, have you ever had an itch that made you wonder what your body was saying? As we age, our body speaks subtly through aches, fatigue, or even itchiness. While most people shrug off a little itch as nothing more than dry skin or a passing irritation, the truth is where that itch shows up on your body might be revealing far more than you think. In fact, certain areas of chronic itchiness in seniors have been linked to serious underlying health problems that could silently shorten your lifespan. That's right, something as simple as a persistent itch could be your body waving a red flag, warning you that it's time to pay closer attention. In this video, we're going to uncover 4 specific areas on the body where itchiness in older adults could be a signal of deeper health concerns. These aren't just guesses or old wives' tales. They're based on real patterns observed by doctors and researchers who've studied aging and longevity. Each of these itchy spots has a unique story to tell about your blood flow, your organs, your nerves, and even your nutrition. By the time we reach the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize these warning signs and what steps you can take to stay ahead of them. So don't brush it off. Stay with us until the end, because understanding what your body is trying to say might not only help you add years to your life, it might help you live those years with more strength, clarity, and peace of mind. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do that and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Let's begin. Number 1. Persistent itchiness on the lower legs. One of the most overlooked but telling signs that something deeper may be going on in your body is a constant itch on the lower legs. It's easy to chalk it up to dry skin or aging, but when this area becomes noticeably itchy without any visible rash or irritation, it might be time to take a closer look. Doctors have found that older adults who frequently scratch their calves, shins, or ankles may be experiencing poor circulation, specifically a condition known as peripheral artery disease. This means the blood isn't flowing as freely through the small vessels in your lower limbs, and that limited circulation can cause the skin to become dry, sensitive, and unusually itchy. Now let's think about 2 men, Harold and Dennis, both in their early 80s. Harold enjoys taking short walks around his neighborhood every morning. He stays active, checks his feet and legs regularly, and hasn't noticed anything unusual. Dennis, on the other hand, has been less mobile these days. He's been feeling tired more often, sits for long stretches, and has started noticing a persistent itch creeping up his legs, mostly at night or after sitting for a long while. He applies lotion, thinking it's just dry skin, but it doesn't really help. What Dennis doesn't know is that this itching could be his body's way of signaling that the blood isn't reaching the lower part of his legs as efficiently as it used to. When your legs aren't getting proper circulation, not only does the skin dry out, but the muscles and tissues also start to weaken over time. This puts extra strain on your heart, your veins, and your entire vascular system, and poor circulation has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline. The legs are often called the second heart because they play such a big role in helping pump blood back up to the rest of the body. If they're struggling, your whole system can suffer. But here's the good news. This kind of itchiness can be managed and even reversed if caught early. Movement is one of the best medicines. Gentle leg exercises, regular short walks, and elevating your feet when sitting can all help improve blood flow. Staying hydrated, wearing comfortable compression socks, and cutting down on salty foods can also make a big difference. If you've been noticing an itch in your lower legs that just doesn't seem to go away, especially when there's no rash or allergy, don't ignore it. Your body might be trying to get your attention in the only way it knows how. Now, number 2, unexplained itching on the upper or mid-back. An itch in the middle of your back can be hard to reach, but what if it's trying to reach you with a message that matters? Many older adults experience persistent itchiness on the upper or mid-back, and while it's tempting to blame it on dry skin or an old shirt tag, this kind of itch often points to something much deeper. In fact, one of the lesser-known but serious causes of upper back itchiness is a problem with the liver or kidneys, 2 of the most vital organs responsible for filtering toxins from the body and maintaining internal balance. When these organs are struggling, waste products can build up in the bloodstream, irritating the skin and causing it to itch, especially in places like the back where there's a high concentration of nerve endings. Take Dorothy and Janice, both 76 years old. Dorothy gets regular checkups, drinks plenty of water, and has always had good skin. Janice, however, has recently been feeling more tired than usual, noticed some swelling in her ankles, and has started scratching her back more often, especially at night. She's tried changing her laundry detergent and moisturizing regularly, but the itch remains. What Janice doesn't realize is that this constant itch could be her body's way of signaling that her kidneys are under strain or that her liver isn't processing toxins as effectively as before. When these organs aren't functioning properly, it can affect everything from digestion and sleep to energy levels and mental clarity. Itchy skin caused by liver or kidney dysfunction is typically persistent, doesn't respond to usual remedies, and often appears without any rash. It's also more likely to occur at night, making sleep difficult and draining your energy even more. And while it might seem unrelated, this kind of chronic itching has been linked to a shortened lifespan in older adults, not because the itching itself is dangerous, but because of what it represents. A deeper imbalance that could be quietly worsening. But this isn't a reason to panic. It's a reason to check in with your body. A simple blood test can often reveal how well your liver and kidneys are working. Staying hydrated, eating a diet low in processed foods, reducing alcohol intake, and watching your salt levels can help ease the burden on these organs. If you're taking multiple medications, it's also wise to talk to your doctor about their impact on your liver and kidneys. So the next time your back starts itching for no clear reason, stop and listen. Your skin might be the first place your body shows signs of internal stress. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, frequent itching on the scalp or neck. When older adults begin experiencing persistent itchiness on the scalp or back of the neck, it's often mistaken for something trivial. Maybe dry skin, maybe a reaction to shampoo, maybe just part of aging. But there's more going on beneath the surface. For many seniors, this kind of itch isn't just about skin. It's tied to something deeper: stress, inflammation, and in some cases, changes in the nervous system that can affect both physical and mental resilience. The nerves around the scalp and neck are highly sensitive, and they're often the first to react when the body's under strain, especially emotional or neurological strain that's been building slowly over time. Let's take 2 men, Leonard and Ray, both in their late 70s. Leonard stays socially engaged, spends time gardening, and practices light meditation in the evenings. He's always had a relaxed way about him. Ray, on the other hand, has had a tougher time adjusting to retirement. He feels restless at night, spends more time indoors, and has been carrying a lot of quiet stress without even realizing it. Over the past few months, Ray began scratching his head more often, first just in the evenings, then throughout the day. No rash, no flakes, no real explanation. He tried switching shampoos and bought a new pillowcase, but nothing helped. What Ray didn't know is that this itch was likely a physical expression of emotional tension and nervous system fatigue. As we age, our stress response becomes less efficient. Instead of calming down after a moment of worry, the body tends to stay in a low-grade state of alert, keeping cortisol levels high and immune function suppressed. That tension often gets expressed in the most sensitive nerve endings, like those found on the scalp and back of the neck. Chronic itching in this area has also been linked to conditions like neuropathy and even early signs of cognitive decline. That doesn't mean it's always something serious. Simple breathing exercises, spending time outside, reconnecting with friends, or even just journaling a few thoughts before bed can help regulate the body's stress signals. In Ray's case, when he started making small changes, going for a short walk in the morning, turning off the news after dinner, and calling his brother once a week, he noticed the itching faded, not overnight, but gradually as the tension lifted from his shoulders and his thoughts began to settle. If you've been dealing with an itch on your head or neck that won't go away, and you've ruled out skin conditions or allergies, take a deeper look. Ask yourself how you've really been feeling lately Physically, yes, but emotionally too, because your body isn't just reacting to what you put on the outside, it's responding to what you carry on the inside. Sometimes that persistent little itch is your nervous system tapping you on the shoulder, asking for a little peace. Number 4, ongoing itching around the chest or abdomen. When people think about signs of declining health, they usually imagine things like shortness of breath, dizziness, or memory problems. But the skin on your chest and belly, yes, right across the front of your body, can quietly speak volumes about what's happening inside, especially when it starts to itch without any clear cause. Older adults who frequently experience itchiness across their torso, particularly in the chest or abdominal area, may be facing more than a minor skin issue. This kind of itching is often a red flag for nutritional deficiencies or malabsorption problems, both of which can silently wear down your body's strength, immune defenses, and ability to repair itself. Let's look at two women, Joyce and Elaine, both 81 years old. Joyce still enjoys preparing her own meals, making colorful plates with fruits, greens, and a bit of protein. She doesn't eat as much as she did when she was younger, but she makes sure her food counts. Elaine, however, has slowly lost interest in food over the past year. She finds herself skipping meals, reaching for crackers or canned soup, and feeling full quickly. Along the way, she started to notice that her chest and belly itched more often, especially in the evenings, and sometimes even felt a bit tender or dry. She assumed it was just sensitive skin and tried switching body washes, but nothing helped. What Elaine didn't know is that as we age, the digestive system can become less efficient at absorbing key nutrients, especially vitamins like B12, essential fatty acids, and trace minerals like zinc and magnesium. When the body doesn't get enough of these, the skin starts to dry out, nerve signals become erratic, and the immune system weakens. The result? Areas like the torso, which are dense with nerve endings and blood vessels, become sensitive, irritated, and itchy. But more importantly, these internal deficiencies quietly affect muscle strength, energy levels, and even the brain's ability to stay sharp. The most dangerous part of malnutrition in seniors is that it often hides behind a normal-looking weight. You might not be losing pounds, but your body could still be starving for what it needs to maintain itself. That's why persistent itchiness in the central part of your body can be more than just an annoyance. It can be an early sign that your engine is running low on the fuel it needs to keep going strong. The encouraging part is that this is one of the most fixable issues on this list. Improving your nutrition doesn't require complicated changes. Simple additions like a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, some fresh berries, or even a quality multivitamin can work wonders over time. If you've been noticing itchiness across your chest or belly and haven't been eating as well as you used to, consider this your gentle reminder to nourish yourself, not just for comfort, but for longevity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that you've learned about these 4 specific itchy spots on the body, take a quiet moment and ask yourself, have you noticed any of these signs lately? An itch here and there might seem like nothing, but as we've seen, each one can hold deeper meaning, from poor circulation in the legs to signals of liver or kidney strain, from stress worn into the nerves of the scalp, to subtle signs of nutritional gaps across the chest and abdomen. Your body is always trying to speak to you. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and those whispers often come through the skin. The important thing to remember is that none of these signs mean your fate is sealed. In fact, every one of them offers an invitation to check in, slow down, and give your body what it needs before a small warning becomes a bigger problem. You can walk a little more, you can eat a little better, you can rest a little deeper, and you can reconnect with yourself and with others. If even one of these signs felt familiar to you today, don't ignore it. Start with one small change. And if you didn't recognize any of them, that's even better. But now you know what to watch for and what to do if things begin to shift. Because the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live longer with clarity, independence, and joy. Listening to your body's early signals, even the ones that itch, is one of the smartest ways to do just that. Thank you for joining us today. We love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.